Right, and she did. Most Muslim women who wear this outfit, wear the veils and the burqas, they believe that this is the way it should be.
Well,
now, Western women...
Are we really trusting the polling of Muslim women who are dominated by men?
Well, I've been to those countries and cultures enough.
Treat them like chattel.
Several women in headscarves were reportedly told they couldn't sit behind Obama so they wouldn't be seen on television.
The burqa is not a religious symbol. It's a sign of enslavement, of debaseness. I want to say this solemnly. The burqa will not be welcome on the territory of the French Republic. We cannot accept in our country women imprisoned behind a mask, deprived of all social life, of their identity.
Light as a feather when I'm floating through, reading through the daily news, measuring the hurt within the golden rule.
Hijab. Modesty prescribed in Islam to Muslim women as covering all of oneself but the hands, feet, and face. Hijab. A primitive tool of oppression and sign of male dominance that pursues to suffocate the voice and rights of Muslim women. But for many of us, we don't fit either definition. We have a lot more to say, and hijab speaks for us. It's an icon. It's a resistance against Western stereotypes and values. It's a choice to defy complete integration in society. It's your everyday doubt for what you think a woman should be and where her power should come from. It's a primitive image of the past, brought back today to show the holes in modernity. It's a different kind of rebellion. A rebellion with what you cover and not what you show. Hijab. I am not oppressed. I choose to defy complete assimilation.
It's also made me more outspoken and confident because I'm always aware that I'm countering the stereotype that Muslim women are oppressed, so I kind of go out of my way to show that I'm not oppressed. And it's actually helped me a lot in terms of developing leadership skills.
I think for me, the biggest test of hijab came after 9/11 happened. And the reason for that was because 9/11 was a significant political event that pretty much changed the lives of Muslims all across Chicago, all across America essentially. And I personally knew a lot of women who, right after 9/11, decided to take off their hijab because they didn't feel prepared to handle the stresses and the issues that came along with wearing the headscarf in public in a society where people often ridiculed Muslims and considered them to be of like a violent nature of some sort. And I think ever since then hijab has become something that a lot of Muslim women will wear, not only as a religious symbol but also as a way to prove their just political, not necessarily political, but just a way to prove a point almost, to show that even Muslims who can wear the hijab and Muslims who are able to, who are doing this from a maybe religious perspective, are still able to integrate into society and be part of the American culture.
The headscarf forces people to judge women based on their character and their intellect rather than their physical attractiveness. And I feel in Western culture often women are judged first and foremost by how they look, how specifically attractive they are. And when you wear the headscarf and you kind of tone down your attractiveness, keep it private, I've experienced that this makes people listen to what you say and pay more attention to your personality. And that's what I want to be judged for.
Women who wear the hijab, a lot of them say that it's because they don't want to be seen as an object, more so for the person, more so as being a person, and not being judged by the way they look, or having attention focused on how they're dressed that day, or how their hair looks that day, or just the cosmetic, artificial aspects to their appearance, but rather being judged based on what they're saying, or how they're acting, or what they're doing, and so for the real aspects of themselves and not the superficial aspect.
Much of the Muslim world was colonized by European countries, and the impact of colonization now is that even Muslims in Asia, the Middle East, and Africa think that to be modern and educated and more civilized, they need to embrace European culture. And so even there, and like I said, much of the Muslim world, women don't wear the headscarf, and if they do, they're considered backwards and ignorant and uncultured. And so I've seen, even in my travels to Pakistan, where my relatives live, that no one really wears the headscarf, and my family are in the cities, in the urban areas where I travel, and those who want to wear the headscarf are pressured not to, because it's frowned upon.